Once we made the decision to move forward with Worlds this year, the question became, what should we do, how should we do it, and why should we do it? And working with Figgy and the rest of the team at Possible, along with the server and network environment that Lux Machina developed, what was eventually identified and pitched was, let us do this in XR. Let us do this in a way where we can create this dynamic and interesting environment and produce something that is unlike any other live event. When we've hosted events in stadiums and arenas all over the world, there's this moment of being present, right? When people walk into the building, they know they're at Worlds. We wanted to create that exact same sensation this year, just in a different way.
This is the most elaborate mixed reality stage in the world. If you go to a store and you pick up a 4K TV, that's a pretty high resolution TV. This stage renders at 32K resolution. So it is, in terms of computational imagery, the most sophisticated in the world. The cameras that we're using for our primary broadcast cameras are all tracked, and that tracking data gets mapped to this LED screen that's behind us. But it doesn't end there. Once the data is actually on the LEDs, we scenically extend it with augmented reality to make it look like the set goes on forever. So sometimes you'll see a camera person aiming their camera into the ground or aiming it back towards where our technical front of house is. And that's because there's actually a 360 world that's built out around the stage, where in any direction you point your camera, there's something to be shot.
A differentiation that our production needed to make was actually being able to have two of these projected camera perspectives operating at once, so that when we go from the Steadicam to a handheld, there's another shot that's actually ready. What it means for the audience at home is this is the same kind of show that they've always been able to enjoy, just done in an exciting new medium and in a way that really brings Worlds to life.
A really interesting thing about Worlds is that it's known as a touring competition. What the mixed reality and XR stage allows us to do is allows us to bring those locations to us. We wanted to give some foundational basis so that the players could actually feel the changes as we travel through different cities, but then also extend that experience for an audience to see that we can do things that wouldn't even be possible.
As we thought about how to deploy the XR environment within the context of our show, it became clear that we could integrate pieces of what's happening within the competition in a way that has historically been a little bit less accessible. Replays and other things that keep the audience in the game when something interesting may be happening within the environment, and actually have both things happen at once. Coming into Worlds 2020, it's a decade of competitive League of Legends. It's an incredible amount of legacy that we needed to honor. We're extraordinarily blessed to have a passionate fan base that has enough trust in us to be good stewards of the sport.
Riot's making history with Worlds 2020. As we wrap up one decade and look at decades to come of esports, we're using technology to bring fans and players together to experience Worlds in a way that they haven't been able to experience before.